Once upon a time, in a beautiful green valley, there was a big house where a goat herder lived with his 7 lovely goats. The house had a big garden full of delicious food, and the goats loved to go out and eat the flowers and plants they liked. But one day, while the goats were happily eating the plants in the garden, a hungry wolf came along. The wolf was very sneaky, and he tried to trick the goats into letting him inside the house so he could eat them. "Hello, little goats," the wolf said in his best fake voice. "I am your friend from school. Do you remember me? I have come to visit you." The goats looked at each other and nodded their heads, because they did unremember seeing a wolf at school. So they opened the door and invited the wolf into the house. But as soon as the wolf entered, his ears perked up and his eyes gleamed with hunger. He had tricked the goats, and now he wanted to eat them. The goats were very scared and started to bleat loudly to call for help. And luckily, the goat herder heard his goats and came running. He chased the wolf out of the house and down the hill. They ran and ran until the wolf fell down and broke his leg. "Please, please don't kill me," the wolf begged the goat herder. "I will never bother you again if you let me live." The goat herder wasn't a mean man, so he only tied up the wolf's leg and left him there. The wolf stayed on the hill and watched the goat herder bring food and water to the goats. He felt bad for being greedy and trying to trick the goats, and also wished he could enjoy the tasty food. After 3 days, the wolf's leg was still sore and he couldn't walk properly. One day, the goat herder went to check on the wolf, and when he saw that he couldn't move, he had an idea. "You know what?" he said to himself. "This wolf is too dangerous for me to keep alive. If I let him go, he might come back and harm my goats. But maybe I can use him to protect my goats instead." So the goat herder took the rope off the wolf's leg and said to him, "Listen, wolf, you are a strong and fast animal, so I want to make a deal with you. You will stay here in the meadow and protect my goats from other predators like foxes, bears or wolves, and I will give you some of the food my goats eat, and you can live here as long as you want." The wolf was very happy to hear this and immediately agreed. From that day on, the wolf became friends with the goats and stayed in the meadow all day, guarding them and playing with them. The wolf was so grateful to the goat herder that he never bothered any goats again and even helped them when they needed it. One day, the goats were happily eating in the garden when suddenly a fox came along. The fox was very sly and tried to trick the goats by saying, "Hello, little goats, I'm here to play with you." The goats knew that foxes like to eat goats, so they were scared and bleated loudly to call for help. And luckily, the wolf heard the goats and came running. The fox was very scared of the wolf, so he turned tail and ran away as fast as he could. All the goats cheered when they saw the wolf protecting them. Some time passed, and one day a hungry bear came along. The bear was huge and scary, and when he saw the goats, he wanted to eat them. But the wolf didn't let the bear come near the goats. He growled loudly and showed his sharp teeth. The bear was afraid of the wolf, so he decided not to bother the goats and went away. After the bear, a bigger and scarier wolf came along. This wolf was much bigger than the friendly wolf, and he wanted to eat the goats. The friendly wolf stepped in front of the goats and barked loudly at the bigger wolf. "Go away," I said. The friendly wolf said, "These goats are my friends, and I won't let you hurt them." But the bigger wolf didn't listen. He wanted to eat the goats, and he thought that the friendly wolf was just a little guy that would undo anything. The friendly wolf knew that he couldn't fight the bigger wolf alone, so he called the goats for help. "Hey goats, I need your help," the wolf said. "Can you distract the wolf so I can bite his tail and make him run away?" The goats knew that they couldn't beat the bigger wolf either, so they agreed. All the goats started to run around the bigger wolf and distract him, while the friendly wolf got close enough to bite his tail. The bigger wolf was very angry and kept trying to catch the goats, but they were too quick and nimble. Finally, when the friendly wolf thought he was close enough, he bit the bigger wolf's tail as hard as he could. The bigger wolf screamed in pain and anger and started to run away as fast as he could. The goats and the friendly wolf kept distracting him until he disappeared in the forest. After the bigger wolf, a sly fox came along again. He thought that this time he would be able to catch the goats, but the wolf and the goats were ready for him. The goat surrounded the fox and kept bleating loudly until he could untake it anymore and ran away. The wolf and the goats were very happy that they could protect themselves and each other from the hungry predators. They knew that they could always count on each other, and that made them a very close and happy family. And that is the story of how the wolf, who used to be the bad guy, became a good guy and stayed in the meadow with the goats for the rest of his life. The end. Did you like the story? Give us a thumbs up if you did. Do you want to forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will be the first one to watch our new videos? Bye.